Okay, so this is Caesar's De Bello Gallico, Book 5, Chapter 24. Subductis navibus concilioque gallorum samaro brivae peracto, quod eo anno frumentum in Gallia propter sicitates angustius provenerat, coactus est aliter ac superioribus annis exercitum in hibernus collocare, legionesque in plures civitates distribuere. So, with the ships having been brought up and the assembly of the Gauls completed at Samarobriva, because that year, that's an ablative time when the grain in Gaul had grown more narrow because of drought. Caesar, who's the implied subject, is forced to station the army in winter camps, different than in former years, and to divide the legions into many states. And this whole thing is an ablative absolute construction. So, ex quibus unam in Morinos ducendam Gaio Fabio legato dedit, alteram in Nervios Quinto Ciceroni, tertiam in Esubios Lucio Roscio, quartam in Remis cum Tito Labieno and Confinio Treverorum Hiemare usit. So, from these, he gave one to the Lieutenant Gaius Fabius to lead into the Morini, another to Quintus Cicero into the Nervi, a third to Lucius Roscio into the Isubii, and a fourth he ordered to winter in the Remi with Titus Labienus in the neighborhood of the Trawiri. Tres in bello vacis collocavit eis Marcum Crossum Quaestorum et Lucium Unatium Plancum et Gaium Tribonium legatus praefecit. So he placed 3 in the Bellovaci. He put the Quaestor Marcus Crassus and the lieutenants Lucius Munatius Placus and Gaius Trebonius in charge of these. Unum legionem quam proxime transparum conscripserat et cohortes quinque in Eburones quorum pars maxima est inter mosam ac renum, qui sub imperio ambiorigis et catuolci erant misit. So he sent 1 legion, which recently he had enlisted across the river Padus, and 5 cohorts into the Eburones, of which the greatest part is between the Meuse and the Rhine, and the Eburones, who were under command of Ambiorix and Catuolcus. Eis militibus quintum Taetorium Sabinum et Lucium Aurunculeum cotam legatus praese usit, ad hunc modum distributis legionibus facilime inopiae frumentariae sese mederi posse existimavit. So he ordered the lieutenants Quintus Titurius Sabinus and Lucius Aurunculeus Cotta to be in command of these soldiers. And then with the legions having been distributed, and that's an ablative absolute, so with legions having been distributed in this way, he thought that he was able to remedy the lack of grain most easily. And that whole thing is an indirect statement set up by the existimavit. And then finally, atque harum tamen omnium legionam hiberna praeter eam, quam Lucio Roscio in pacatissimam et quietissimam partem ducendam dederat, millibus passum centum continebantur. Ipse interia quod legiones collocates munitaque hiberna cognoviset, Gallia morari constituit. However, the winter camps of all these legions were contained within 100 miles, except that which he had given to Lucius Roscius to lead into the most peaceful and most quiet part. Meanwhile, he himself, until he knew that the legions were positioned and the camps were fortified, and that right there is another indirect statement, he decided to hang back in Gaul. And that is it for De Bello Gallico, Book 5, Chapter 24.